and welcome back to your Small Spaces Movement Practices. Today we're going through a gentle restorative Pilates series. This is something I definitely seek out of my Pilates practice sometimes. I know that there can be a big draw on harder, better, faster, stronger, hard, heavy, loud, all of that kind of stuff in a Pilates class. And there's a time and a place for everything, but I do think it's important to remember the roots of Pilates, which are low impact, low intensity, and a really strong relationship to the nurturing and the healing that's going on with your body. And sometimes you just need a day to take it a little bit mellow. So you'll need something soft to work on, whether that's a mat, a towel, a carpet, rug, doesn't matter. No other props are required today. And we'll start standing just to do a couple of roll downs. So as you first come to stand, you can find a little rock back and forth off your feet. Maybe some nice big shoulder rolls. Start to invite some breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then tuck your chin into your chest. Slowly start to curl and roll yourself down. As you get to the bottom, you don't have to reach for the ground. You can grab opposite elbows. Let your head and neck relax. You might sway or rock side to side. Reach your arms down and then pull your belly in as you slowly restack your spine. We'll do that 2 more times. So chin to chest, slowly curl. Each time we get to the bottom, you're welcome to explore any movements that feel good to you. Sometimes I shake out my head. Slowly curl, roll yourself up. 1 more time, inhale. And then as you exhale, curl and roll down. 1 more time at the bottom. And then bring yourself down to have a seat. And now we'll move on to our back. We'll have knees bent and feet planted. And we'll find some pelvic rock. So I oftentimes like to create a triangle down on my stomach and pubic bone, a little bit of assistance tactile wise with what you're doing. If you prefer arms down, that's great too. On your inhale, you'll tip your pelvis forward. And then as you exhale, you'll pull it back in. And then rock underneath you. So a couple inches in each direction, it's not huge. Your tailbone is staying on the ground the entire time. And you're rocking through the 3 main positions of your pelvis, as well as your spine. When you're extended, when you're pushed forward, when your neutral's in the middle, and then your flexion is when you're curled underneath. It's a really gentle way that we can warm our body up, start to work into deeper core muscles. Pelvic floor muscles are the deep stuff. It also can include bladder control, those muscles if you stopped yourself from peeing. And everything that we'll move through today should be gentle and nourishing. Great for people who just need a rest, if you're pregnant, if you have an injury, anything like that. Let's go 1 more time. Hug your knees into your chest, invite a little rock side to side along your lower back, your lumbar spine. That is the lower portion of your spine. It should feel nice, especially if you're on a very soft and cushy surface. Bring your feet back down. We're going to take our feet out wide. This doesn't need to be huge. It's a little bit further than the edges of your hips or your glutes. We're going to do a wide leg bridge. So arms come along by your sides. You can bring your heels in and your toes out. Only a natural turnout. You don't have to crank like ballerina 190 or 180. And then on your inhale, you'll slowly lift your hips and spine up off of the mat. And then exhale, you'll articulate your spine as you roll back down. Now, bridging sometimes is not the most restorative motion, But it is important to make sure we still get through all the ranges of motion for our spine today. Some people find a wide leg bridge to be more accessible than a narrower one. It's not everyone. It really depends on what's going on with your hips and your back. So if your low back bothers you, this might feel better. If your hips are what bothers you, this might feel harder. So if you prefer to be parallel and legs closer, that's totally fine. Pilates, we are all about finding the options that work for us and our body. There's so many in every exercise that we'd be doing a disservice to good old Joseph Pilates if we did not explore those. Yeah. Last time, lift up. And then lower down. Great. This time we'll take a twist, but keep your feet and legs out wide. So you'll drop your knees over towards the left. Your gaze can go up or to the right. If you want a little bit more stretch to the front of your hip and your thigh, take your left foot and put it on the outside of your right knee. It's going to pull that leg down so you get deeper into that sensation. Uncross if you did so, and then take your knees over towards the right. Gaze can go up or to the left. This time a right foot would go on left knee if you're doing that. Good. Come back to center, hug your knees into your chest, and then come up to a seat. We're gonna do a tiny little bit of work in our seated position. Not too much. So send your feet and legs out to like a wide straddle. If you have a mat, it only needs to be about the width of your mat. We're gonna do our spine stretch. There's a couple variations. This is my favorite. I think it's the most restorative, which is what we're all about today. So legs are out. If you wanna go knees bent, feet planted, totally fine. Palms will stack, flex your feet, inhale. And then as you exhale, push your hands forward, drop your head around your spine. And then inhale as you slowly curl back up. And you'll take it from there. Only reach as far forward as it feels good for you. Couple more. It's exactly as it says, it's stretching your spine. You might also feel a stretch in your hamstrings or even your calves, the underneath of your legs. One more time. Good. Come up. Bring your legs all the way together. We'll do a gentle seated twist here, so you can still go knees bent, feet planted if you need. If you have the space to do your arms wide, it might feel better. I don't have that room, and I'm already gonna hit my elbow. So I'm gonna go hands onto my shoulders instead. Big breath in. And then as you exhale, twist your spine out to the right. Inhale through center, exhale to the left. Sometimes on our twist, we're looking to get really big. Today, maybe just gentle, making sure we do twist our spine. That is one of our basic ranges of motion we always want to include when we are doing Pilates. We'll get all of them today. Couple more each way. Last time to the left. Cool. We'll meet on hands and knees. We won't stay super long. If your knees bother you, you can skip it. Walk your hands out a little bit further from underneath your shoulders, and then this is a little weight shift. So you're going to shift your weight forward, shoulders go past your wrists, and then shift your weight back towards a child's pose, basically. So shifting forward and shifting backward, making sure you're happy with your room you have. You can always adjust. I think this feels really great. Stretches your wrist, stretches your leg, stretches your back. And it's actually a way we can build up core strength, plank strength and stability through our shoulders. And it's a little bit of internal balancing that we're doing. We don't just balance when we stand. One more time. Return back, pull your knees in underneath your hips if they came out of alignment with each other for our shoulder isolation. So shoulder blades will sink, shoulder blades will press. This one can be confusing, so you can always look up at this video, up at me if you need to see. It's also known as a scapula push-up. In this particular position we do it. Sometimes we do shoulder isolation on our stomach, sometimes our back, sometimes propped up by something, sometimes in tabletop, standing, there's a lot of ways. So this is in table. 2 more. You should feel some action and warmth happening in your shoulders, your shoulder girdle. Last time. And then we'll take a little bit of cat-cow. So for your cow pose, tip your pelvis forward, hang your stomach down, look up, and then really look up. And then as you exhale, curl and tuck underneath you. Couple more times. I always recommend taking it slow. I think it feels so much better. You really get a lot more out of it. Last time. Alrighty, from here, let's take a child's pose. Bring your toes together, knees out wide, lower and take that stretch. If you prefer your hips to be elevated, that's totally fine. Option 2, rock or sway. Right. Bring yourself all the way forward. We'll come down onto our stomach just for a little bit. We'll do a little bit of swan. So this version of swan is going to be more about the opening and the stretch as opposed to the action. Legs together. For me, my low back used to be my problem spot, so I like to separate a little bit. Totally fine if you want to do the same. Hands underneath your shoulders. On your inhale, press into your hands to lift chest, neck, head. And then exhale to lower down. Only thing we'll really do here action-wise only lift to where it feels good for your back. Should feel an opening through your front body, a little bit of work in your back body, but definitely no pain. Last time. And then come all the way down. Stack your arms out in front of you. Rest your forehead for a moment. And then before we get off of our stomach, we'll do just a little quad stretch. Bend your right leg. I did my left. Bend your left or right leg. And then sometimes this is enough. If you want more, you can reach for the foot and pull it in. The more that you tuck your tailbone underneath you and push your pelvic bone into the ground, the more you'll get out of this. And then we'll switch. From here, just flip over onto your right side. We're gonna do a tiny little bit of side lying, really not too much today. I know I keep saying that. We're only in each position for a little while. So you can prop your head up, you can fully rest down onto your arm. That might be a nice option for today. Bottom leg can be tucked or straight. I usually prefer tucked. I think it feels better for me. We're only gonna do one exercise. This is a lift and lower. So top leg is out long, heel to the ground, toes to the ceiling. On your inhale, lift your leg up. And then as you exhale, flex your foot to lower your leg down. Should feel good to get a little bit of movement in your hip. A little bit of movement at your ankle. Keep a connection with your abs. You don't need to squeeze your guts to death, but there's connection happening. And then we'll reverse. So flexed as you lift, point as you lower. A little bit of stretch for your hamstring and your inner thigh as well. And this should be in the line of your turnout, just meaning that it doesn't need to be too far forward or backward. Last time. Good. Relax that leg down, and then we'll switch sides. You can roll over. I'm gonna come up and over just so you can see me. Same positioning. Hold your head if you wish. Option to bend your bottom leg underneath you. Basically, whatever you did on your first side, you'll do here too. Top leg is long, heel down, toes up. We'll point to lift first, and then flex to lower. Check in with that core connection. Try to keep your gaze forward as much as you can too. Last time. And then we'll reverse. So you'll flex to lift and point to lower. Last time. Great, we're already done. From here, flip onto your back. And we'll stretch out our glutes. So we'll do a figure 4 first. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. You can reach through or gently push your right knee open a little more. Dealer's choice. And then we'll switch. Left ankle over, push the knee down and open, or just reach through. Alrighty. Hug your knees into your chest. Come up to a seat, and then we'll finish with a little bit of mermaid. And this is going to get us our side stretch or a lateral flexion. Traditionally, mermaid is a Z sit. You can tuck left leg behind you, right foot to left inner thigh. If that doesn't feel good to you, any other seat, completely fine. On your inhale, reach your arms up. As you exhale, plant your right hand down, reach your left arm up and over, and then try start by sealing your left glute down. Inhale to lift. Exhale, we'll go to the other side. This time as you come up and over to the right, option to twist. Both hands can come down, head can drop, and then seal that left glute back down. Come back up, and then we'll finish other side. Option to add a twist there too. It probably feels tighter, so be gentle. For our other legs here, you'll just swap them around. Right leg behind you, left foot to right inner thigh. Reach your arms up, make sure you got space. And then plant your left hand as you come over. Keep your right glute down. Inhale it up. Exhale over towards the right. One more time as you come over. Option to twist this time. Reseal that right glute. Drop your head. Lift yourself up. We'll go the other direction. Option to add a twist that way as well. Alrighty. Come to a regular seat. And then take some nice big shoulder rolls. Maybe roll your head and your neck. Hopefully you're feeling relaxed, renewed, restored after our little gentle Pilates series today. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.